So welcome everybody to our Sunday night training. And tonight we're going to be talking about going silver and how to go silver, but then also how to create silvers. And so what I'm going to do is share my screen. I have a PowerPoint for you, and then we'll open it up for questions afterwards. And just give me 1 second to set that up. And if you cannot see this once I set it up, if somebody could just give me a little heads up. Can everybody see that?
You can see it.
Okay. Heidi's always my go-to because she always is giving me a thumbs up or something. So thanks, Heidi. Okay, so silver. Silver is where it all begins. And sometimes people get a little bit nervous when they're first joining, that they think that they don't want to do the business, or they don't think they're equipped to do the business. So one thing that when we always bring people onto our team to duplicate and help our team to grow is to always mention silver. And sometimes people get a little bit nervous about that because they think that means that they're all of a sudden going to be thrown into growing a big organization. When in fact, silver is basically just 3 people. We all know 3 people who are those very, very close people to us. My first 3 people were my daughter, who was 18, my mom, and then one of my best friends. And it doesn't mean that they're going to go on to do much, but there are 3 people that are going to get you silver, get your investment back into your business of what you put in to get your welcome pack and get your membership paid up and get started. So it's a great way to have a return on your investment very, very easily. And so I'm going to walk you through what that looks like. Some of the tools that we're going to be using is, well, first let's talk about what is silver for those who do not know. So silver is your first 3 ambassadors with a welcome pack purchase or 100 PV in any month. So you could join today, or be joined now, brand new. Go out and get 3 new ambassadors with a welcome pack. That would put you silver. Or you could have been in Plexus for 5 years and never gone silver, decide you want to do the business and do the exact same thing. Go get 3 new ambassadors with a welcome pack or 100 PV in your back office, or they don't even need to buy a welcome pack. They can just have 3 with 100 PV. So you can do this at any time, go silver. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. A silver bonus is the first bonus on our rank bonuses, and it's $100 US or $133 Canadian. So if you go silver, we just started a new fast track program in January 2019, and that fast track silver program is if you go silver within 14 days of becoming an ambassador, you get an extra $100 US or $33 Canadian. If you go silver within your first 30 days of becoming an ambassador, you get an extra $100 bonus also, or $33 Canadian. So if you go silver within your first 14 days, you actually get to take advantage of all 3 $100 US bonuses. So that is incredible. Here's the average annual income of what a Plexus ambassador makes. And as you can see, the third little notch in from the left, a silver ambassador on average makes about $3,778 US or about 5,000 Canadian. Now this is somebody that is actually working their business from silver on up to gold. So just because you turn silver does not mean that all of a sudden you're going to make this money. It's somebody that is actually working their business from silver on up to gold and has customers, it has ambassadors. It can factor in a whole lot of different things, but that is what the average Plexus ambassador who is silver makes, and that makes up almost 9% of the company. So it's very special. Sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, I'm just silver. And nobody is just any rank. Any rank in Plexus is extremely, very, very special, as you can see from the percentages of where people are at in the company. So the tools I'm going to use tonight are the Fast Start Progress Tracker and the Fast Start Earning Structure, which both are found in your library, in your virtual office, and they're under incentives. These are 2 trackers and a structure that they're very, very valuable tools to have in your toolbox. something that when you have a new ambassador join you, you can add it to the welcome email if you like, or the Launching Strong guide. It can be part of that package of things that you send to people because it's a visual. I'm very visual. People could tell me things and I could, probably glaze over with the information that people give to me. But when I can have something to actually look at and track, it makes it a lot more real for me. So a lot of people are visual. So a question to ask yourself is, who are 3 people that you know, whether you're brand new and you haven't been building a business yet, or that you have all of a sudden just got engaged and now you do want to start sharing Plexus? Who are those 3 people that you know where you can just say, hey, I've got this great opportunity or a great product. I think you should really take a look at it and see what it will do for you, because I'm absolutely loving it and I'd love to have you join me. So those first 3 people would typically are people that are close to you, where you can just be very real with them, very open. You don't have to worry about how they take information from you, right? So the first tool that we're going to talk about is the Fast Start Progress Tracker, and this actually has 3 sheets to it, but I'm only going to show you the first sheet because I don't want to overwhelm everybody, but it's basically the me plus 3. So there's you in the gray, and you came in, you probably bought a welcome pack, you have your subscription on, and now you're going to start sharing with people. So you're going to actually put those names down of who those people are that you want to bring onto your team, so that you actually have a visual of these people also. And then you're going to keep track. Did they buy a 265 welcome pack or a 132 welcome pack? And then also, did they have their which equals 100 PV also too? And do they have their subscription turned on? Okay, so this is a tracker for you to keep track of your people. And then if you were to take it further into what the other 2 pages looks like, it's helping these 3 people also go silver so that you can keep track of your level 2 also. But I don't want to overwhelm you with that. Right now, we're just going to talk about you going silver, and then we'll duplicate that after that happens, in another training. So let's talk about the commissions that come with going silver. You have 3 friends who purchase a $99 or 132 welcome pack. You have somebody that maybe purchases the 199 or 265 welcome pack. So it's a small welcome pack or the large welcome pack. So for this example, I'm going to use the larger welcome pack, which is the 199 US, 265 Canadian. And the reason why is because as a team, that is what we are promoting, is the larger welcome pack. I don't know if you heard Jacqueline's story, but she shared about how that she used the verbiage of selling the Cadillac of all products, right? So you have the larger welcome pack, and it has the most benefit for your new people to try the most products and to have the best results, and to be able to try different things all at once. And then also the residual that you get from a 265 welcome pack is just so much more substantial for you as an ambassador working your team, but also for them, you're setting them up for success too. So what it looks like when you sell a 265 welcome pack is, if you are brand new, you're selling 3 of these to 3 of your friends, you're going to get a business building bonus of $25 each US, or that works out to be, times that by 3, it's $75 US, works out to be $100 Canadian, just for those 3 welcome packs at 265. Because the 265 welcome pack is set up that you're also going to get pay points automatically, that means that you're going to receive 5 pay points for each person that joined your team to make you silver. So for those 3 people, you're getting 5 pay points. That's 15 pay points at average of $3 per pay point. That's US. And that equals $45 US or $60 Canadian. Okay, so right there, you're already making a nice substantial little bit of income, but watch what happens when you go silver. Because you sold 3 welcome packs, that's going to make you silver. You're going to get that $100 US, $133 Canadian bonus. If you do that within your 14 days, you're going to get another $100 bonus, or 133 Canadian. If you do that within the 30 days, you're going to get another 100 bonus and $133 Canadian. Add those all together and look at the amount that you can make just by bringing in 3 people in your first 14 days. That's $420, and that's US funds, 559 Canadian. That is pretty crazy when you're talking just 3 ambassadors joining your team with the 265 welcome pack. And I think that's pretty awesome. If somebody brings in 3 people within their first 30 days, you can see that it's 220 US or 427 Canadian. If you decide to go silver after your 30 days, you're still making a very substantial amount at 220 US, 294 Canadian. So that's still very substantial. I think that as a team, what we're doing now, because of the tools that we have and how we're training our ambassadors now, and especially with that new welcome email and new launching strong guide that we've created, that we're hoping to go forward with having silver ambassadors within 14 days. I think that's not a hard thing to do. I think it actually is something that we as ambassadors need to be more proactive in making sure that we put that out to our team, that this is possible. Because as you can see, in 14 days, what can happen is if we let 5 days go by before mentioning that to them, you're now down to only giving them 9 days of a chance to get that done, right? So you're putting them at a disadvantage. And it's so important that right out the gate, as soon as they sign up, we mention this to them, that do you know that you can actually make $559 Canadian if you have 3 people that do exactly the same thing that you did. That's how easy it is to get your return on investment back, and also setting them up too, that they can also do this very same thing. Because I know that if somebody didn't tell me this and I found out, 2 months down the road that I could have made that from my first 3 people, I probably would be like, why didn't you tell me? Like, that's so huge. Like that 559, even though I had to invest a little bit of that to come into the business, the leftover income of that could be something that really could have helped me that week, right? So it's very important that we mention that 14 days silver as soon as somebody joins. So 6 steps to silver that can help you with going silver is know your products. As a brand new ambassador, I can understand how people might get overwhelmed with this, because we have a few products, it's new to you. You might be a little bit hesitant because you think you don't know what to say to people, but you really only need to have a key points in your back pocket. And you can find those actually by going to your library and going into product information, and there's product cards found in there, or they even came in your success kit. And they have little points on those product cards of what you can say. So if somebody says, what is Slim? You can just simply say, Slim is great for blood sugar metabolism, energy, and if, possibly you might even be able to lose weight. You don't need to go into all the amazing things that we know the pink drink can do, because that would just overwhelm people, and that you're brand new. And so you're showing them how easy the business is by just sharing a couple of key points, okay? Number 2, you'd want to learn your back office. Go into your library. I think as a new ambassador, that's the most important spot to go, is your library, because there's such great tools in there. And one thing that I love, and I share this with a lot of people when they ask me questions, rather than me answering their questions by myself, I send, what do we do? What's our system? We send a tool. So I go into what's called the Help Center, which is found at the bottom of your screen on your dashboard. If you go into the Help Center, you can ask any question in there, and it will give you a little dialogue of which you can figure out what you're looking for. So today, one of our ambassadors asked some questions about preferred customer. I simply went in and just grabbed that information. Oops, sorry, my thing kind of went off on me. So I just grabbed that information from the help center, and rather than it taking a lot of time, it was super easy. The other thing too is you want to make sure you have 100 PV in your back office at all times, or that if you're brand new, you probably had a welcome pack, and that your subscription is turned on so that your products are never interrupted. Number 3, have a sip and see ASAP. So ask your enroller or sponsor to have a sip and see for you, where you can gather a couple of friends. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to remodel the house. You don't have to, you know, do your spring cleaning, nothing like that. It could be even in a coffee shop. It's just where you gather a couple of your friends together, and you just have your sponsor do the heavy lifting for you of explaining what Plexus is and answering any questions they might have. We also hold sip and sees in various different locations every once in a while, and they're done the exact same way that I would do them if I was to come to somebody's house. So they're very, very important. So if your sponsor has not offered this for you, maybe reach out to them and ask them. And if they're nervous about it, you can always ask somebody above the sponsor to do that for you. We're a team. We're here to help people to grow. And if you don't know how to find out who is above your sponsor, you can find that under order history by going in under your name, and it will show your sponsorship above you, above your first level sponsor. The other thing too is post on Facebook. And I know this is really scary because you're brand new and you probably want to keep it quiet that you're, you're now a Plexus junkie and you want to keep that under wraps. But I want to just encourage you that be proud to be a Plexus ambassador, and don't wait to share it on Facebook. And it doesn't have to be anything big. You don't have to go and do, any kind of crazy post. It just simply can be something like, hey, I just started my own business and I'm so excited. It has helped my friend with energy, sleeping amazing, and weight loss. You don't have to do anything like that's, like I say, crazy. Put a post of yourself up with a smiling that you're excited about it. And then what you can do is, as people are congratulating you and saying, what a great thing that is for you, and just go under their name as they comment and thank them, because that keeps it boosted into the news feed. Like, you want to keep that conversation going, but resist the urge to talk about Plexus to them on that public forum, because we really shouldn't be, not that it's against any compliance or anything, but it's kind of like you don't want to let the cat out of the bag in a public forum. You want to take the message privately and have a conversation with them, because some of these people you might not have talked to for a long, long time. They might have been watching your news feed and just caught this post by accident. You haven't been interacting with them. And so by going to private messenger and thanking them privately for congratulating you, you never know where that conversation can lead to rebuild that relationship. I think Jamie Dross this week had said that she has had many, many conversations with people just by thanking them for commenting on her post, okay? And even when you do go to comment, don't do verbal Plexus vomit on them. Just kind of keep that relationship going until they simply ask, hey, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing this company that has just been really, really amazing. Can I share some information with you? And that's where, with the help of your sponsor, you're going to share a simple tool with them that is, again, showing them how easy of a business it is that you're doing. And it's also taking the pressure off you that you have to know a lot of information. It's a tool that is just in your shareables in your library, and it's simple and easy. So just ask your sponsor which tool would work best. And then tell your closest friends. So like I said, I talked to my daughter, talked to my friend, and I talked to my mom. I probably actually just told my mom that she was doing it. And still to this day, she does Plexus. She's, you know, she doesn't work the business, but to this day, she is definitely taking Plexus every month. And I was just to see her today, and she's using the Joyum and loving it and seeing some great results. So she's somebody that has stuck with me for 5 years, and that was from her being my first person that I brought on to my team. And I just, you know, just say to them, I want you to do this with me. Like, I believe that this is going to be something amazing, and I don't want you to be left out. I want you to do this with me. I need an accountability partner. I want to share this excitement with somebody. And so you're my best friend. I'd love for you to do it with me. People love to help other people. So, you know, use that verbiage of asking them to help you. Duplicate the same system with your new silver team. So as hard as it was for you to reach out to talk to people about joining you, once they do join you, and that's how easy it is. You see how easy it is, because Plexus does all the business aspect behind the scenes for us. All we need to do is share our website with them to order, and then they're joined on your team. So once you have done that, you duplicate the exact same thing down to them, right? Don't leave it that you went silver and you're excited. You have an obligation now to share with them how to go silver. And that's how on this next tool you can see that from you in the gray that you brought on 3 people, and then each one of them goes silver. Look how your team can actually grow to be from 3 to 12 people very, very easily. And then from there, those 3 people, those 9 people actually, then go out and get their own team. And that's how a team is built. That's how easy it is. I think sometimes we complicate it by thinking that by doing this, you're going to have this huge organization that you're going to have to look after everybody from you on down, and that is not the truth at all. You bring your 3 people on, you teach them how to go silver, teach them the tools, and with the help of your sponsor, and that is how you create silvers. And there has been actually jewels in the company who have risen to jewel status just by silvers and golds on their team. You do not need to have other jewels on your team or big ranks on your team. Business can grow from going silver. So as a seasoned ambassador, because I know we have lots of seasoned ambassadors on this training tonight, if you go silver, even though you went silver maybe 2 or 3 years ago, if you go silver every single month and you keep your business fresh with those new people coming in, that's amazing how that can actually help your team to grow. So I would encourage you to always have the mindset that I'm going to go silver every single month, and then help my new people go silver every single month. And that is how we grow silver. So I'm going to open us up for some questions now so we can answer any questions that you have. If you want to ask a question, just simply unmute yourself, and then I'll answer your question as best as I can. And if I can't, somebody else will. Any questions? Congratulations to Nicole also. I see her on here. She went super silver this month, and that was really exciting. Super silver is halfway between silver and gold. And that's kind of something we've all kind of started coining as super silver, because we got tired of the wait between silver and super silver. It's always fun. The halfway mark. Anybody have any questions? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording for this section, and then